Day 15. This is the prophecy. Isaiah 9, verses 1 to 2. But there will be no more gloom for her who was in anguish. In earlier times he treated the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali with contempt. But later on he shall make it glorious by the way of the sea on the other side of Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on them. This is the fulfillment of the prophecy. Matthew 4, verses 12 to 17. Now when Jesus heard that John had been taken into custody, he withdrew into Galilee. And leaving Nazareth, he came and settled in Capernaum, which is by the sea, in the region of Zebulun and Naphtali. This was to fulfill what was spoken through Isaiah the prophet. The land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond the Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people who were sitting in darkness saw a great light, and those who were sitting in the land and shadow of death, upon them a light dawned. From that time Jesus began to preach and say, Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. During the earliest ages of a childhood, darkness is often associated with fear. To soften this response, parents use a nightlight to dispel the darkness. In the Scriptures, God employs the imagery of darkness to signify separation from His presence and judgment. Through the prophet Isaiah, Israel had been given a word of judgment for turning away from their God and consulting spiritists and mediums for answers. Their rebellion left them in darkness, but God did not leave them without a sign of hope. A light would shine, a promise would be kept, and their Redeemer would break forth with a great light, like the dawn turning darkness into day. God would come again to rescue them from their oppressors. As Jesus begins his ministry in Galilee, Matthew recalls the promise that one day light would break forth in that very region to vanquish the darkness. The King and God they had rejected has returned to usher in his reign, proclaiming, Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. In word and deed, Jesus rescued them from the kingdom of darkness and transferred us into his eternal kingdom. Colossians 1, verse 13. Today's reflection. Jesus is the light of the world, John 8:12. However, he also says that we are the light of the world, Matthew 5:14. Our purpose is to radiate his light into the darkness of this world. How can I allow Christ's light to shine through me and to impact those around me?